Good morning, guys. I decided I'd do some of these videos here. Silver Collab for you as well. I think we're on page 9, was it? Yeah. Page 9. I should have brought my gloves, but I didn't. It's a bit cold here. Ryla started to dash to the bed, whisk Alexis away from the monsters, but curiosity held her back to watch. 1 potato, 2 potato, 3 potato, 4. The little girl was chanting in words tinged with a Finnish accent. She was teaching a clapping game to the monsters. Bao and Cran listened attentively, paws up, ears perked, following Alexis' motions. Whoa! Ryla grabbed the door frame to steady herself, stunned by the sight of the girl, entertaining the monsters and keeping them quiet. Boy, I needed help like this months ago. Then the enormity of what was happening hit her. Alexis had discovered the monsters. She would tell, how could a 4-year-old keep such a delicious secret? Ryla's brain whirled and searched for a plan to halt the pending disaster. Closing the door, she tiptoed to bed. Part of her didn't want to interrupt the potato game yet. Another part wished she could turn back the clock about 20 minutes and intercept the monsters before the girl awoke. As Ryla knelt beside the bed, a dark form climbed up the quilt on the other side. It was Goblin. Scrambling to see what was going on. All 3 monsters alive at the same time. When Alexis spotted Goblin, she simply scooted over to make room for another monster in the play circle. Ryla was astounded at the child's easy acceptance. Were 4-year-olds so in tune with the world of magic from nursery rhymes and fairy tales and animated movies that they didn't question the stuffed toys? Ryla rested her elbows on the quilt to watch. Alexis smiled at her, sleepy-eyed. Hi. Hi, Ryla answered, waiting for the girl to ask her about the strange playmates. Are you my Aunt Riley? She asked instead. The lamp's glow, golden highlights shimmered in the girl's red curls. Ryla couldn't believe the child was asking about her instead of the monsters. The tiny freckled face gazed at her in awe, softening Ryla's resentment towards the twin number 1. Yes, I'm, Aunt Riley. She waited for the girl to react as she casually added, I see that you've met Bo, Cranberry, and Goblin. As she said each monster's name, Ryla took hold firmly, hoping they got the hint that they'd better be nice to the attic guest. Alexis giggled. Your toys can play. Yes, my toys can play. Such a simple explanation. Are you sleepy? Ryla asked. The girl nodded, absently petting Cranberry's head like a dog. Ryla prayed Cran wouldn't breathe on Alexis's arm. It'd be tough to explain the grown-ups how the girl's pink sweatshirt had gotten scorched, but the monster's eyes were half closed and he was dragon purring. Let's go get tucked into bed, Ryla chirped, and I'll tell you a bedtime tale. Can the toys come too? Ryla doubted the monsters would stay on the bed. They all preferred sleeping spots. Oh no, Cran's bed is in the tower cabinet. Gob sleeps under the rocker, and Bo sleeps on top of the dresser. Ryla tucked Alexis back in bed, then went into the bathroom to brush her teeth and change into her leaf-patterned rainforest pajamas. When she returned, 4 heads lay on the pillow, waiting for a bedtime story. 1 gold red, 1 Christmas red, 1 burgundy, and 1 gray. Geez, these monsters want to hear a story too. Clicking off the lamp, Ryla attempted to climb into bed, but there wasn't much room. She sighed. No one would ever believe this, except Joshua. Tell me a story, Alexis said. You promised. Monster gibberish seconded the request. Ryla squinted at the moon's rays, slanting the walls as she frantically invented a story in her mind. Once upon a time, she began, there was a beautiful princess who lived in the highest tower of a castle, with windows all around. She added, glancing at the attic windows. What was her name? Alexis mumbled in a sleepy whisper. Ryla paused. Since she was thinly disguised princess in the castle tower, it would be shameless to use her real name. Princess Hope, she answered, giving her all-time favorite name, the one she used to call herself when she was 8. I went, I hate my name stage. Princess Hope was in love with a prince named Josh Banks, Prince Banks. She finished, groaning to herself. Did they get married? Whoa, not so fast, Riley reminded herself that Alexis had weddings on her mind, since she just attended one at home, and was here to attend another. Alas, she said, since characters in fairy tales talk that way, the princess was locked in the castle tower, with 12 monsters. Instantly, the three in the bed began to jabber and point. Aha! They see through my fairy tale. Alexis giggled. The toys like your story. What happened next? Well, the princess waited for Prince Banks to come and rescue her from the monsters. Were the monsters mean to her? The tiny voice was shaded into a slumber. Oh no, piped Riley. Suddenly, the tale blurred between fact and fiction. Mean? No. Grumpy? Yes. Lovable and needy? Absolutely. And rescuing? She didn't need rescuing. Not by Joshua or anybody else. She rather liked living in the castle tower with her monsters. Alexis said no more. One by one, the monsters crawled off off to their own beds. Riley settled against the pillow to gaze at the moon, silver, floating in the sky. Forget the prince and the princess. A bigger conflict in her true bedtime story was, how could she keep Alexis from telling the grown-ups what happened tonight? Were fairy tales always this complicated? And that's chapter 9.